All right, folks, welcome. Left Turn Broadcasting coming at you live. Pismo Beach, California. Stoked to present you a Pocono Raceway Cup Series California Dreamin' 400 at Auto Club Speedway, home track of LTB. Yeah! And we got all this is brought to you by Century 21, hometown realty all over the world. So look them up if for any of your buying and selling needs there for when it comes to real estate. Let's go and jump on over to Marley. Marley, you got a copy?
I got a copy, brother.
My man Marley. All right. So we need to speak up a little bit. You're a little low there, bud. All right. So he's going to go over the track. Marley, can you go over the track, this auto club?
Yeah, this is a very fast track. 200 mile an hour. It's a D-shaped track. It's formerly known as California Speedway. Just roaring down the straightaways, carrying so much speed through the turns. There's a ton of draft here. This track was actually designed by Roger Penske. It's an excellent track. They've been racing here since 1997. So excellent race that we have coming towards us, and a lot of talent in the field. It's going to be a great show. All right, buddy. Well,
and if you can, I was having a hard time hearing you there through that, bud. But if you can just kind of give us a little crank up on that volume, just like we do at the start of this race, it'll be awesome. So in saying that, let's go ahead and get to the running order here. We got Fluffy sitting on point here. Number one spot, he's driving the 16 Wood Brothers Ford. We got in our second position is John, the 51 Ford. Third spot, going to be DK Brown on the 18 Gibbs Toyota. Fourth is Mike RPM in that Richard Petty, number 43. Fifth is Titan in that 17 Roush Ford. Sixth is Big Destroyer, in the 12 Penske Ford. Let's see, seventh is Celtics Fan in the 36 Front Row Motorsports Ford. Eighth spot, we're looking at Scotty B, FRR in that 88 Hendricks Chevy. Keep your eye out for him. Ninth is Smoke Z-Mog in that 21 Wood Brothers Ford. See, in our 10th is Galen. He's in that 13 Germain Chevy. 11th is Bags in the 47 JTG Chevy. 12th is from the back in the 37 JTG Chevy. 13th is C Workman in that 7 Wood Brothers Ford. 14th is Marcus E. Dub in the 34 Front Row Ford Motorsports Ford right there. And then we got 15th Slade G8. 4 right there, buddy. He's going to be rounded out in the 02 car Wood Brothers Ford as well. Oh, no, yeah, and that's it. You got the 15th spot right there. So we're going to go ahead and get this party started. Hey, Marley, would you mind giving these boys a little start your engines call?
Gentlemen, start your engines.
All right, folks, it looks like we're going to be jumping into this madness right now. Here we go. All right, folks, give us one moment here. We are loading in right now. Again, Left Turn Broadcasting, bringing you Pocono Raceway Cup Series, California Dreamin' 400 at Auto Club Speedway. Getting it done right now. And we should be in it and on it and all about it here in 1 second. Hopefully get this green flag run here. Okay, so we're coming on board now. Wait for everything to kick in. Again, stoked to bring you this 50% race. 3-time tire wear. All the fun stuff. Got damage going on. Got everything. You got the multiple lanes here. This should be a fun, exciting race here, folks. And I'm stoked to bring it to you. Give us one moment here, and you know how we get it done at Left Turn Broadcasting. If not, you're going to find out right now. Because we got to get a little noise in this thing. Just a little bit, because we're going green right now. Dropping the hammer, going into one. A little delayed on the start, but we're there for you, folks. Here we go. All kinds loud. Hold on. right, folks. Heck of a start so far. Look at these guys getting it done. You're seeing multiple groups here going off the chart right now. DK Brown in that 18 car. Look how he jumped off to a lead. We got the 16 right outside of him, trying to keep him pinned there. That's Fluffy. Our points are, he started on pole today. He's trying to regain that position, but there is all kinds of heat up in his kitchen. You got the 17 right there of Titan. He's looking on that bottom line, trying to get some kind of run. You got Mike RPM in that 43 on the outside right there. You know we got a fast piece right here. Highline getting some strength and going. 36. Whoa, whoa! Oh no! Corso is into the wall.
Blowing up.
We're going to see what happens right there. We're staying on board with the leaders here, kind of viewing back. Possible caution coming in right now. We're going to find out in 1 second, folks.
3 wide in the back. 3 wide.
Some extreme contact. Some wall action. Looks like the 36 got a piece of it. We're going to go ahead and see if we're going to round down to caution. No, they're going. Still at speed. Pismo blimp can from above, looking at your 1 and 2. Wow, little more weight on touch right there. We've seen that. Little drift up, little drift down, fighting for the same real estate. That was the 21 trying to keep it under control there. Smoke Z-Mog looking. Here comes the 36. Where'd he come from? Out of nowhere. Celtics fan trying to get her done right now on the load line. He's got a little bit of help by that 21.
Celtics fan started in 7th position.
Still stacked up nicely on the outside. Here comes the run right now. With a decent run, max boost, trying to hit that turbo boost. Looking 3 wide, outside. 36 going to the lead right now. The Celtics fan in that front row Motorsports Ford. Little contact to the wall there. That's going to roll and slow him up a little bit. And oh no! We are still low and trying to maintain pace here with the 18. He's stuck high and dry. 16 staying lows. 47's looking low. That JTG Chevy right there trying to find himself a little bit of speed.
Got a car around on the back
Bags right there looking for the lead right now, possibly. Drag race down the front stretch. Going into one right now. 21 of that Wood Brothers Ford takes over that position. That's Smoke Z-Mog. Gonna try to extend it out, but you got Celtics fan in that 36 all over him. But look at the 18. Pretty loose. Little contact to the wall, trying to get it squared away there. All good, still sitting pretty in that 3rd spot. Oh, but look at this. You got a little run action happening right now.
I'm really impressed with Smoke in that 21 car. Started in 9th position and worked
all these cars in a nice group, even drifted back to the 10th position, still in striking position right now. At 47, still looking pretty strong. He's in the hunt. He's on DK Brown's bumper right now, trying to find something, little way around. That's bad right there in that JTG Chevy in that 4th spot, looking low. Meanwhile, here comes the 16. Fluffy trying to work his way back to the front, started this thing on pole. Beautiful rotation through and around the bottom, through the center. Everybody's got all kinds of speed and control right now. We got 3 wide action right behind him. 16 stuck in the middle of, that's Fluffy trying to get her done. Stacking up 3 wide for the lead right now. Yeah. That's what we're talking about, baby. Go ahead, let's go 4 wide. Why not?
4 wide.
All right.
Holy cow.
18 stacked outside. Look at this. Pismo flip can't go wrong. Oh! Little wobble and bobble. 18 trying to maneuver his way through. What are we going to do here? Now, this is a matter of chess, folks, at its finest at speed. Everybody trying to position their cars beautifully. 18 with a run on the outside, trying to hold her good. Doing a great job right now. All over the leader right now, and you got that 47 of bags. But he's in the lead, but not for long. Here we go. Another beautiful run. On the bottom, there you go, that 23. I believe that's a 21. No, that's a 12. Where did he come from as well? Really? Man, he's on the road. That Fit Destroyer just destroying this field right now. Going to the high side. Little wobble loose by the 1 car. That's max boost, losing a little bit of boost in that one. Oh, that's a 51. I'm sorry. 51 a jaw. New guy to the field. Kind of. late addition, if you will. But yeah, so he's doing himself a pretty fine job. Look at that, 2-car outside, Penske Ford, trying to make something happen. That's, well, was Diesel, we'll see. All right, so we're still on board with that. DK Brown looked like he is in the middle of all of this, trying to chase down our race leader right now, which is Fluffy in that 16. Got his way around this crowd, got out there in front,
and starting to stretch
and capitalizing on this right now. But you got one mad pack right here, trying to maintain it, in it and above it, all around it. Because here we go, 3 wide, racing all kinds. You got a little line off the back here, trying to get her done. Marley, you got a copy. You're missing some one extreme racing right now, bud. This is some pretty epic stuff.
I got a copy, brother. Turn up your headset volume.
If you're there, bud, I can't hear you. This is going off the chain right now. I'm loving this. We got a little bit of contact high on the outside. 18, a little bit in it. Oh, beautiful racing. This is all for 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, all under a napkin, not a blanket, folks. Whoa, a little bit of contact by that 18, high into the wall. Drifting back. All right, let's maneuver our way back a little more forward here. All right, Slade in that 02 right now. He is our tracker on board with him. Let's see where he's at right now. He is in that 9th position and fighting it strong right now, trying to gather his speeds up. Woo! Little high no man's land right there. That Penske 12 trying to maintain his position. Big Destroyer dropping back. Beautiful run. Look at this pack racing right here. Slade is in the middle of it all right now. This is great stuff. Stack 3x3 going through. Going through 1 and 2 right now. Holding the positions. Knows how I hold my breath on that. Down the back stretch right now. All kinds of group action. Fighting amongst right here. This is a mad tornado. Ooh, Slade with the dive to the inside. Trying to hold her low, low, low. And that gets sketchy, folks. All up on that apron. Not a lot of grip. Or he found all kinds. Because look at him rocket through the center. Or on the bottom right there. Coming out. I'm sorry. Whoa, here we go. 47. That's Bags right there. Taking him underneath. We're going to stretch this thing 3 wide. Why not?
For the lead. Battle for the lead. Got the 2-car looking at
we're trying to look back. Look at the leaders are lining up a little bit. We got a battle going on up there. Let's see what we got. Celtics fan 36.
Man.
And we got the Ghost Rider 2, which we'll find him in a second here. Who is it being Ghost Rider 2? There you go. Diesel getting in on this thing. Missed him on the qualifying efforts, but look at him. Making himself one heap of a run. Expect nothing less out of this man. He already has 1 win so far. He's looking for that win number 2.
Got Titans coming out of the pits.
But not with that 16 Wood Brothers Ford all over his 6. He's looking and about to challenge because he's got all kinds of help with that, with Celtics fan in that 36 car. These guys really starting to line up right here. Let's drift back to the middle of the pack right here. Back to Max Boost in that number 1 car, sticking it 3 wide. You got Scotty B in the 88 working his way throughout. And here he comes. 3 wide on the bottom, trying to make this thing stick and work.
Got Slade in the pits.
Good job maintaining pace there. Good racing right here. Soloing it out. Oh, well, we might have a little bit of a race lead change here. We don't yet. Close. I saw something coming down there. We got Diesel in that Penske number 2 Ford.
Galen in the pits as well.
Leading this race all kinds. We have pits commencing right now.
Here comes
So we're viewing back. Diesel's going to go ahead and ran it out 1 more lap. He is our race leader. We're going to view back right now as we have cars getting their servicing done right now. Get some 4 fresh feel goods on these jokers and get them back out on track. Sure, they're ready to tear up a little something. Okay, now that's the signal right here. Diesel signaling to the cars behind him that he's going to be go ahead and making his way into pit road now. And that's good ethics and that's good notifications to the drivers behind you. Good racing ethics right there. And we have cars still staying out. Let's look at our lap trackers and see who is where. Uh-oh. Got the one car a little low and in the grass coming out. Okay, we're looking as we're cycling through, folks. Looking for our race leader. We are still going through our pit strategies and changes right now. You see a slew of cars coming off of pit road right now as you are on board the 47 of bags right there in that JTG Chevy, getting a massive run on that 7 car. Just see Workman.
Here comes.
Looks like Fluffy may be back to point on this guy, and you could be sitting around 4th, 5th positions right here. Looks like Fluffy right there high. Looks like Celtics fans in that 2nd position. Let's go ahead and verify as they come around on who's going to be where.
DK Brown, I believe, is your leader. Followed up by...
All right, still rotating through, folks.
Max Boost.
All right, so we definitely know that this is going to be toward the top front. These guys did pit together. I'm going to double check on messages and make sure that we are all good.
Fluffy's hard charging with those fresher tires. Diesel right behind him.
All right, copy that. So still am not hearing Marley at this moment.
Can you hear me now, brother?
We're going to crank this thing down just a little bit. We might be a little too loud up in this guy.
Can you hear me now, brother?
Today must be a little bit of a connection issue, but
can you hear me now, brother?
This is my boy right now, dude, because we got some amazing racing getting done.
Can you hear me now, brother?
I can still barely hear you there, bud.
We got interesting pit strategies going on here, and it's pretty wild. You had a lot of guys that pit early,
Are you there?
A lot of guys that pit later. Oh yeah. A lot of guys that pit early, a lot of guys that pit later, and you got Max Boost following that 18 car right now.
All right, about that Celtics fan. I hear you now, bud. Here we go.
All right.
There you go, Big Destroyer. You okay? I was like, dude, where are you at? You're missing some good stuff.
Oh, no, I've been here for it all. Don't worry. I've been commentating right along with you. Hey, you got a battle for the lead. Fluffy on those fresher tires, driving past that 18 and the number 1 of Max Boost, just flying on by them. He pitted later, so he's got them fresher tires.
On board right now when it comes down to that.
Now you got Diesel. He's got the freshest tires out of the whole group. He just passed Max Boost for that 2nd position. Now he sets his sights on Fluffy there for that lead.
Well,
trying to take this first stage.
We're on board Fluffy right now, looking back, and it looks like we are trying to get a little something here. We got to get some different strategies and different tires, and we got Fluffy up. But can they line up together, utilize each other's track, and get up there and put the pressure on Fluffy, who right now has got himself a little bit of a lead? But as Marley did describe right now, Diesel right there, starting to gain.
And he's charging. He's catching that draft. All he needs is that draft to get him up there in that battle. And those fresher tires are starting to prevail.
You see him right now, going to dive to the bottom right here. This could be possible coming up. I mean, he's gaining on it now. He's on his bumper. He's got his draft. Oh, he's sniffing. He just got it right there.
Oh, yeah. He's got it now.
A little wiggle by that 16.
You're going to have a battle for a lead here very, very soon.
And let's look to see where we're at on our lap count. We have Slade look like he's drifted back to the 7th position, but he is strong on that 6th place right now. Big Destroyer doing himself a fantastic run.
Slade was also one of those cars that pitted later, so he's got fresher tires. Look for him to come forward through the front. And you got a battle for the lead.
Here we go.
There you go. Fluffy. And
getting some dirty done right there on the outside. All kinds of momentum. Takes it around. We got 5 to go, folks. So this is it right here for stage 1. Will he be able to hold on, or will Fluffy in that 16 at Wood Brothers Ford be able to utilize this drop right here, do another dive move on him, or is he going to go ahead and roll up a little bit on that? Right around behind him, make sure that he's squared away and he's good to go for the end of this run. If they start racing now, the 2 behind them can eventually catch up to him. So is he going to wait, or is he going to try to get out there and get that lead back?
He's trying hard, real hard right now, because he's got a little bit older tires. He's got to do everything possible he can to stay in that 2-car's draft, so that once their tires kind of equalize a little bit, maybe he can make that move for the lead. He just can't let that 2-car get away from him.
Copy that. And he's doing a fine job so far as we view back from our race leader. That's Diesel in that Penske Ford. Look, just tearing it up too. I haven't seen this paint scheme yet on this this number 2 Ford, and it looks good, buddy. Let's go ahead and get a nice little side view. Yeah, flying right now. These guys are trying to put something down. You got Celtics fan back there. Look like he's peeking. They're trying to catch up to him. Lining up tough right now. I think that's John, that 51. Those two are tandem up pretty good, but I don't know. The front two right now, they're lined up nose to tail, so they're not giving up any kind of time, at least not any more than they have to.
You got a huge battle back here with Bags, Smoke C-Mug, Workman in that 7. You got Slade right there leading the pack of them. Man, they are there. And right behind them, you got another 4-pack that are diving it in there hard, racing each other.
Yeah, we got, looks like we're on board right now. Bags in that 47. 02 Slade in that group right there.
They kind of lined up right behind them. You got from the back, you got Galen in that 13. You got Scotty B in that 88.
Now this is going to be our 10th position. So 10, so 8th, 9th, and 10th. So Bags right now is sitting in.
Marcus Etub running with these guys right here too.
No, I'm sorry. Yeah, this is he's in the 9th position. So this is a battle for the back 10 right here. These guys are all trying to muster up, get those points best they can right here. Look at this. Stacked up, good to go here. I'm liking this. But let's get back up to our race leaders.
Oh, and they're battling.
They are battling tough right now.
Max Boost. Wonder what.
We got one lap left. We got to get back to the front, folks. See where they're at here, because they're coming across the end and above it right now.
And Fluffy is all over that 2-car right now.
Here we go. This is it. Last lap at stage 1.
Oh, and the little lap
we have
a boost. How's that going to play?
That 1-car possible lap downer. No, he's a race leader. He came out of nowhere.
He's a race leader.
Sneaking this guy, because I'm showing him as race lead.
A little strategy there. Stayed out longer.
Possible change right at the end. What happened there? That was close, folks. That was extremely close.
Looks like Diesel pulled that stage out, though.
Into stage 1. There we go.
Nice playoff
Diesel
point.
gets it. Max Boost gets that 2nd spot. Hold on 1 second here while we're waiting for our screens to rotate through, so give us the rest of our running order here. There we go. All right, I got Celtics 5th, Jaw 6th, 7th is Smoke Fan, 8th is Bags, 9th is C Workman Slade is 10th, Max Boost 2nd, Fluffy 3rd. All right, XP Destroyer 4th. There we go, Celtics 5th. So we got a pretty good, decent lineup right there. Good running order for a 10.
No.
Here we go.
I got horrible news.
What's up, bud?
Max Boost blew his motor coming to the line.
Oh no!
Oh.
So he ran. So he went Max Boost too quick on that one, and did himself a little Tokyo drift magic there on that one. All right, but we are green right now, folks. So here we go. Trying to get ourselves up to the front here. We'll get there in one moment. Close enough. All aboard Fluffy right now in that 16. All over Diesel. He's doing a duck move to the inside. Right in front of the 12. Beautiful move. Barely cleared him. That was an aggressive move by on Destroyer right there. Big D trying to get her done on the bottom. 2-car underneath the 16 right now. Fluffy trying to hold suit. You got 36, a Celtics fan right there with John, the 51. All 4 of those cars lined up. Now you got the 12 car. He's right there with him. That's Big D. So name him 5. 5 cars lined up real quick and it's stacking up even further on the top. Look at that line. These guys are all trying to get somewhere and get somewhere quick. This is stage 2, folks. And this is Pocono Raceway Cup Series. California dreaming. 400 Auto Club Speedway. You're talking LTB's hometown right here, home track right here.
Yeah,
all right,
right
it's California,
alley,
baby.
brother.
You see them palm trees, right? Yeah.
Fluffy's out there. He's saying, "First place, yes,
yes." We're missing you, lose, but we'll see you soon, buddy. I promise. Woo! Oh man, right now these guys are lined up pretty tough. Let's go ahead and focus a little bit further in the back here.
Little contact in the back.
Whoa, Z-Mog in the 21 car. He is drifted back to that 6th position. It's a battle right here for that top 5. You got the 62 right there trying to, where'd he come from? I haven't seen him for a minute. Let's see. Who is our 62 today?
This looks like a rabbit snake out there just slithering down the track.
And that's it. Everyone trying to stay in that draft and not trying to get left behind right now, because that's exactly what will happen in this matter. You will be left behind if you get out of that draft. Oh, we got some 3-wide nastiness going down. Woo! We get Slade on the outside. Huge shove to see Workman in that 7 car. Outside line prevails.
His way to the front. Man.
Oh, Slade trying to just sneak by him. He gets by him all good. Woo! That was a close. That was a wound up, hardcore pass on the outside move, showing some power. That was pretty sick right there.
Now you see the 2 teammates behind Fluffy. They're looking to stay there in 2nd and 3rd and do a little drafting here and maybe work their way around him and take off.
Look like the party just got bigger though, because look, Slade and C-Work are right there. They're part of this thing, and now they're
going to the 12 looking inside. Big destroyer trying to make something happen. Delvin in, can he make it stick? Don't pull a Chase Elliott.
Outside with Diesel, gonna give us a bird's eye view of what's going on. Oh, he's got to stick it 3 wide.
3 wide.
Oh yeah! Oh, contact.
Whoa. Oh man!
I just held my breath, dog. I really did, man. I was just like, whoa, easy.
That was a lot of talent right there, being able for these guys to all hold on to that. Wow.
That was some impressive stuff. Got a little nose chop in there, but to some wicked saves at speed, hauling the nail in that draft. Fantastic work getting done here.
Oh, a little crossover.
Here we go. Look at this, Faulty power on the outside. Oh, dude, he just did a little pre-fireworks 4th of July. He was dragging
on the outside.
They are not disappointing today, folks. Guaranteed. Look at this. Stacked up side by side all the way around this track. Everybody looking for the same real estate. We got some contact. We got a little spark show from the wall right there. Oh. Taking some paint off. Why not? And right now, Diesel under the attack. Man, he's fighting for his life right now on the outside of the 16 of Fluffy. Fluffy trying to do himself a fine job in that Wood Brothers Ford. Hold it tight.
Who's going to have more drafting help in their line? Looks like that outside line's forming up very good. It's going to give Diesel one heck of a run into this turn.
I do believe you're right there,
buddy. Look at that. Look at that. Make it stick. Make it stick. And look at that giraffe. Just shove him through there.
Oh, man.
Watch this run down the straightaway. That 12 is looking.
Oh, we got a car loose and into the wall.
Oh, little dive bomb action.
Oh, hold on to her. Yeah, 3 wide. They load him up. Possible 4 wide. Here we go. And trust me, folks, this track is plenty wide for all that nonsense and shenanigans. Woo, here we go. 3 wide going into 1. This is all for second place right there, folks. So, okay, it looks like we are possibly... No, we're good.
No, we're...
So I'm knocking stuff over all over the place, man. This is awesome. Still knocking stuff over. This is great.
I don't know how they made that stick. I mean, they were possibly 4 wide going into that turn 1. I mean, there was another nose sticking in there.
they're all digging right now, buddy. I guarantee it.
3 wide. Oh, a little contact between the 12 and 07.
Drift a little further back here. Let's see what we got. On board Mike RPM. In that 43, that's Richard Petty.
Worked his way
Chevy
up to
right
third.
there trying to get something done. Find himself in that third spot. Getting away from that hornet's nest that's right behind him. Little contact there. Everyone's still doing okay. Look like Fluffy is falling back a little bit. Now finding himself in that fourth position, but looking for that run. Now we will be winding down on laps here, folks. So we should be in closer to 10 to go. We're going to verify that here in just one moment.
I'm very impressed with Fluffy.
Right now we're finding Slade moving his way up to the top 5. Great run for him, but you see him right now trying to get his search on for that draft to Fluffy.
Look at Mike RPM going 3 wide for the lead. Dove that thing in there.
Oh,
the
17.
2-car powered by on the outside.
Amazing run right there, trying to make it sick and work, but still gets slowed up a little and rode up a little bit on the inside. More cars on the outside.
Yes,
look at that draft and that run really play its effects right there for, of course, the 1 and 2 cars who just got themselves one massive run. Diesel out there in front. Look like Fluffy find himself back up in front again. Here comes Mike RPM for the dive move. Whoa, Celtics fan. A little loose and into the wall. Maybe some contact. Meanwhile, I got 51 of John right there on the outside. Or is that the 0-2
Mike
of Slade? I can't see yet.
The lead. Mike RPM battling side by side.
In that 4th position, trying to get it done. 5th position now. This is a battle for basically the top 10, folks. And anybody can win this thing right now. We are coming up around 16 to go. And these boys are not slowing down one little bit. Look at this outside run. We got to dive down to the bottom. The 2 of Diesel trying to shake off this draft.
Inside.
But they're not having none of it right now.
Mike is trying hard to get that lead right now. Oh, can he pull it off? Can he get the slide job? Oh, not quite. That outside gets such a good run. For our viewers that don't really know, this is a 2-mile track. This draft is so strong. It's more so comparable to a track like Talladega.
That it is.
I mean, this is heavy draft, and Mike just keeps diving that thing in there, trying to steal this lead, and he just can't quite clear that outside line with all that draft.
That's a lot of horsepower on that outside right now, and he's down there by himself trying to get her done.
Did you see that 2 cars that just side drafted 43?
Oh yeah. And look at the 43 just doing himself one fine job rotating underneath him. Beautiful.
Yes, he pulled it off.
Woo! Power move right there by Chevy. Sorry, how to say it. Chevy. Yeah.
Well, there was 3 Fords running there, first, second, third.
Hey, Ford's been pretty dominant so far, so I've been really happy to see this Chevy up there putting a smacking down to these Fords. Great work right there, buddy. Keep it up there, Mike. And these guys are not slowing down one little bit. Let's get you a lap count here. We should be coming into that 15-ish to go, I think. 15 or 14. 13 to go, folks. These things are winding down.
We're going to see pit stops commencing here very shortly.
All right. I'm interested to see what it's going to do to this field. We've seen what happened last time, folks. Last time it separated the field just for a little bit, but allowed some of these cars to get some pretty massive runs and a few of these cars to break away.
And we've seen some wild strategy. Max Boost, he stayed out there, and he just stayed in that draft and just kept running at a decent speed with those older tires. And then he was able to come into the pits and take either 2 tires or no tires, gain all that track position, and almost pulled off that stage win. It was a drag race to the line. That's a firm.
Yeah, and they did, though, too, because I saw him coming out of nowhere. It looked like he was on that strategy.
I thought he was almost a lap down, like he got into trouble. I mean, that was wild. Oh, okay, it looks like we are under caution.
We are under caution, folks. So we are going to go ahead and get these cars all slowed up and bowed up. Didn't see exactly what happened. Probably a little bit of contact further back in that field.
Well, this throws all that fuel strategy that we were just talking about out the window. So now this is going to be some bad racing coming up here. This is going to be awesome.
I'm excited, dude. 10 to go. Okay,
coming out racing to the stage.
Yeah, let's break this down. So we got 10 to go, or at least we're going to be around there. 10 to go. All these cars are going to be light on fuel, 4 fresh fuel goods, little adjustments making these cars really come to life. And they're going to be going all for those points and stage wins at the end here. This is and that starting position for the final stage. Oh man, this is important. This is super important. This will and could be what makes the race right here.
Stages are races within the race. I mean,
Yeah.
that playoff point is so important come playoff time.
Huge.
I mean, you want to get as many as you can. These winning a stage is very important. I mean, it's not quite that race win. You don't get as many, but those playoff points count.
Man, and copy all of that.
Race on pit road.
Here we go. Mike takes it.
Oh, that was one heck of a drag race with the 12 and the 2 off pit road. Feel like the 12 got it.
Sure was, man. Okay, so Mike RPM is going to go ahead and take point. Blow these cars up real quick. These cars are going to get lined up in their running positions, going down the back stretch right here, and hopefully we're going to be able to set these guys up in flight here. Come around out of 3 and 4. It looks like we are stacking up nicely. Let's go ahead and view on back here. Don't look like we have any stragglers. We could possibly be ready to go. No, we do have one straggler coming up.
I think we're going to be good to go. Good to go this time by.
Yeah, I think that straggler will be caught up by then, and it looks like he is. Okay, cool. All right, folks, so it looks like we are getting ready to drop this green flag. We're going to see some awesome racing here. These guys have already been throwing it down super tough. Now we got pretty much 10 to go in stage 2, and then we're going to wind this thing up for stage 3. So this is going to be pretty epic stuff here, folks. Okay, no, sorry.
Like we're going to do one more pace lap here. One more pace lap.
Woo! All right, so basically what happened was we lit that fuse, but that thing wasn't quite ready to blow up yet. So what we're going to do, we're gonna go put that fuse out real quick. We're going to spark this thing up again.
You ever light a firework and you watch it with so much anticipation, just waiting for it to shoot off, and then the fuse just sizzles out, and it's like, oh, it's a dud.
or what about those mortar rounds you drop in the tube, right? And you're scared to go close to it. You don't want to it's a dud. It's not going. But you don't know. You know, you're like a tube and go blow up in your face. I mean, yeah. Talking about that, you walk up and you kick it real quick. Bah! You know, okay, we're good.
Well, John, this is a great opportunity to mention our sponsor here.
Century 21. Yes, thank you, Marley. The hometown realty, new millennium when it comes to real estate. They do it all over the world. Impressive work from commercial to residential. Any kind of questions, comments you need, anything when it comes to your real estate endeavors, give them a call. Century 21. Awesome. Unbelievable people. And here we go. Green, all kinds green, super green.
Yeah, I think that race off pit road was actually a good thing for that 2 car, because he's going to have that preferred line on the bottom on this restart here. And it looks like he's pulling up tight next to that 12. It's going to depend where that leader goes. Oh, he went to the outside. Mike to the outside. That's going to blow up that inside line.
Look at that pack right here. This is just gnarly. That's what it is, man. That's the word for it. Gnarly. All kinds gnarly. Look at this. Whoa, we got some content wrecking all kinds.
Oh no. DK's out, I see.
Oh, we got a lot of car all up in the mix. I'm pretty sure that's going to be a caution. I mean,
yeah, that's a caution.
I don't think we got to be rocket scientists in the booth there, Marley, for that one. All right,
you know what they say, John? Cautions breed caution.
That's a verb, sir.
That was, hey, those cars were so tight you could have all the town in the world. That was some tough race conditions right there.
That air was just moving all over the place, man. That was crazy. So
not to mention, Tron, they just pitted. They were on fresh tires. Their temps weren't even up yet. You know, their pressures weren't even up yet. So, oh yeah.
Now, here we go on this one now. So what do you do, Marley? What do you do? Do you stay out? Was that enough to even mess with the tires? You want to get those things up?
Looks like our leaders are all just... a lot of fakers.
Little fakey takers right there as we're looking...
I was going to say, I think towards the middle of the pack to the rear of the field, you're going to see a lot of these guys, especially the guys involved in that incident, but you were going to see a lot of these guys towards the rear. Just, hey... Those leaders, they got one lap on their tires. Let me get some fresh ones and see if that'll prevail and get me a stage win. You're
look
gonna
at all
have a
the
little
guys
shootout here.
Yeah, look at all the guys who did come into pit road. We got 2, 4, 6, 7 cars come on to pit road right here. We're on board C. Workman right now, taking himself a little swipe.
Yeah, we had about
Galen pitted, Marcus pitted.
9 cars that came to pit road, and you have about 9 to 10 cars on track. So it's going to be interesting to see that first car on fresh tires if he can make his way towards the front.
So we'll look at the back of the pack to see if these one-lap fresher tires, if you will make at least enough difference for this 5-lap coming up shootout is what's coming down to, folks. So we have ourselves about 5 laps or so when they drop this green flag for all the craziness to go down. Now when it comes to their endeavors and their program here, it is only in the last 5 laps, his manual cautions, there are no cautions. So it is what it is. You better keep that thing pointed the right direction and keep up there in speed, because if you drive too aggressive in these last 5 laps and you wreck out or wreck somebody else out or roll up your positioning, then you're going to really suffer for it at the end. So this right here is super critical and crucial for you to keep it straight, keep it pointed the right direction, and make sure you cross that finish line as well up there in points as you can.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be wild here. I love shootouts. I want to see what happens.
So we just saw 6 to go, so they will be coming up to 5 to go on this restart, folks, and it is going to be gnarly. I mean, that is the word for tonight.
Mike's been battling hard up front. I mean, taking that low line with no draft help, trying to do power moves to steal that lead. And you know his car's fast. He qualified in that 4th position. I'm really impressed with that 2 car right behind him, though. He started at the rear of the field, and he took that first stage, and he's been up there this entire time. So I'm interested to see what he can do starting in that 3rd position in the bottom row.
Well, let's not leave the 51 over here, Jaw, because he just he started in that 2nd position, and look at this, find himself back in that 2nd position again for the restart, and here we go, folks.
Up there, and he started in 9th position.
That's
anything could happen. Scotty D is right behind him, and he started in the 8th position.
Yep. Get some, B. And here we go, green, and we're gone. Here goes Mike RPM trying to drop the hammer. Again, we are inside the 5. They're looking for that TD, that touchdown right here.
Oh, yeah, Fluffy on the apron a little bit.
Hold on to her, boys. Hold on to her.
These
drag
guys
race
know
down the
how
backstretch.
Oh, look at that little side draft the 2 car gave Mike RPM.
And then, of course, you got Jaw right there in the bumper of the 2 car trying to give him a shot to the outside. A little bit close to enough to get his nose loose, but look at this. Here comes Fluffy diving to the bottom.
For second.
Woo! Mike RPM diving to the bottom to block that run, but look at all the company he now has in suit. You got the 51 of Jaw right there. You got Fluffy on the inside of him. Keep it up, boys. You got the 2-car diesel right there stacked up, ready to rock. The 12 cars right there back in this Joker again. That's Big D. Look at this, Galen in the 13 making his presence known. And then, of course, we got Slade
3 wide
in that top 10 that can just, a blink of an eye, go away.
You got Fluffy taking that lead
away. We go outside move right there, trying to hold on to it. Inside move by Fluffy and the 12 car. They got him. They got that run. Fluffy back to point. Mike stuck in the middle right there.
Can Jaw pull these R's around the outside?
3 to go.
Here he comes in that 51.
3 to go, folks.
Fluffy's going high. That's going to keep pulling that 51 forward.
There's a lot more racing yet. We're coming into 2 to go for stage 2, folks. This is stage 2. This ain't even in stage 3 yet. This is awesome right here. Ooh, Galen low right there on that apron, trying to keep her down. Oh man, look at this! Just all over the mix here. Here we go, Mike RPM stuck in the middle again. He's starting to look like Reservoir Dogs. Man! I want to play the song right now, Marley. Whoa! We got contact! We got Reg! Oh, man, man.
Wide.
That was definitely not the right direction. And here we go.
Like
that was
4 laps.
We got 2 to go still, folks, because we have no caution. So
this is gonna finish this thing off. Can anybody run down Fluffy?
I don't know. Let's get on board Fluffy right now. See if we can get there. We are.
Trying to get that track. Can he get
One
those
to go.
stages? He's looking to bring out that broom. And the
Here comes the ball right now. He's looking low. Here comes Cecil in that Penske Ford with all kinds of help. He got a teammate, that Penske right there, giving him a shove. That 12 car, Big D, gonna be trying to be the MVP right there for that number 2 car. He's looking for
he's
that.
Gonna make it stick.
Here he is. Right there.
I told you
he's gonna be.
would work together.
Woo!
Oh,
there
wow.
it was, folks. That was
Diesel
stage
took
2.
second stage 2.
Man.
Holy cow.
How about
Man.
that? That was impressive, folks. Impressive. The Diesel
wow.
Stage 2 winner.
I mentioned it earlier that the 2 and the 12, the Penske teammates would work together, and they sure did right there. Big Destroyer and Diesel came in at 1-2. That was awesome. That was great because, I mean, Fluffy was fast and he was Ryan Newman out there making it hard to pass him.
Fluffy 3rd, Jaw 4th, Titans 5th, Slade 6th, DK Brown 7th, Smoke Z-Mog 8th, Marcus 9th, Galen rounding out our top 10. Woo! Talk about some incredible and unbelievable racing getting thrown down in front of you right now, folks. And here we go. Stage 3, dropping the hammer. Here we go. On point.
Stage 3, lots of fuel strategy, lots of tire issues. Is going to be interesting. This track eats those tires up too.
Oh yeah. No, he ain't lying there with that limited amount of banking here. You gotta drive these cars at the end. I guarantee you. And at the beginning, because right now you need those tire pressures up. These cars are all a little loosey-goosey right now. Whoa, as you see right there, fanning out in the back. Contact, trying to bring her back in.
Contact.
Mad contact. Dude swinging way low. Oh, we got somebody up in the air. Oh, man, I hope he's okay. Woo!
I believe that's going to be a caution.
We got to see what's going to happen here. Coming across the line. Will they roll it up and slow it up?
Yes. It looks like they did.
Whoa, as we roll up and slow up, somebody gets ran over. I don't think they got the memos.
I think he pulled the e-brake.
Now, all right. Now we got to give a shout out real quick to this this endeavor, this awesome race that's going on. Again, Left Turn Broadcasting is bringing you all kinds of crazy racing all the time. You got Marley on deck, Tron right here. All right, we're all kinds crazy and nuts with this thing, and we're getting even crazier. All right, no joke. We're bringing Mr. Lou's in. All right, so I am stoked.
Yeah.
I gotta give him a shout out. Got to talking with him earlier today. What a great character that dude is. Going to be a lot of fun come Saturdays on these Talladegas that we're going to be throwing down. So stay tuned on that as well, folks. As we are under caution.
Saturday, hit us up. Hit us up on the YouTube or on the Facebook if you're a member. Hit us up. Let us know if you want to join in. Saturday, we're doing 3 8-lap heats at Talladega. And then the fans on the YouTube or on the Left Turn Facebook, they will all be voting on which race is the best race, and then there will be cash prizes for the top 3 in that race that's chosen. So you could win some money. and
above
it's going to be broadcasted by Mr. Gonna Lose.
Yes! I was like, yes! First place! So stoked to have this guy on board, dude. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have all kinds of shenanigans being thrown down. You name it. So, and I guarantee you, I'm going to be laughing my head off. I mean, I guarantee you this one. How can you not? Because I'm going to be the serious one, or try to be, and it's going to be completely reversed. So, this is going to be good stuff. Here we go. Coming off from pit road right now. PRCS really throwing themselves down. One heck of a race.
One heck of a race.
Oh man, I'm very impressed so far.
I could just watch this for hours. It's just epic battling.
Yeah. I mean, this is what it's supposed to be right here. You got a little fighting for the same real estate. Gotcha. You know, a few caution here and there, but man, throwing down these 3 and 4 wide, deals with the constant side by each, battling with lining up to getting these Talladega runs. I mean, man.
Hey, Trot, major props to Bags in that 47. Little strategy going on?
I believe so, sir.
He's sitting on the pole? Oh, man. Let's see. Now what's going to happen here on this restart.
We're going to be sitting at 36-ish to go, I believe. Here we go. Coming out of this caution right now, you got the 47, that JTG of Bags, Chevy, getting her done. Seeing out a little strategy action. Here we go. Green.
On that start. Wow.
We're gone.
Show him what you got, Bags. Let's go.
On point with Bags right now. Let's see what he can get done. He's out to himself a little bit of a launch here. But watch out. Here comes Mike RPM getting his RPMs built right now.
Great recovery after that. Great recovery after that wreck from Mike RPM.
Copy that. And he is up and gone right now. Looking for that lead again. Now I know this guy. Oh yeah. He's got it. He's got it held right there, perfect to the center.
Per second.
Whoa, get some. No way, 4 wide. Here we go, folks.
Diesel back in that thing again. Don't count
my breath, dude. I don't know what to do here. Oh, we got 4 wide. We got 5 wide. We got cars everywhere.
Holy crap.
I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. Just look at all this, dude. This is great.
I'm not sure where to talk about right now.
I know. We're gonna get on our leader right now. We got Mike RPM because we don't know what's gonna happen. We got him stacked up side by side. Outside, the outside lane starting to move a little bit. You got the the Big D out there in that 12 car, that Penske, but he's got himself a little bit of help. Here comes John, that 51, starting to get that outside up and moving now. Who do we have right behind him? Is that Slade in that 0? Or is he a little bit further back? Look like he's a little bit further back. In that high line, though, trying to make her happen. No, he is up there. In that 4th spot.
He is.
Yep. On the outside 4th spot. Sorry.
Contact.
Wow.
Contact.
Wiggle. Awesome type thing. Because now we're going to go ahead and go 3 wide. All kinds right here. Little duck move to the bottom. Look who goes to point.
12 car.
Woo! What an aggressive, awesome move right there. That was dive bomb to the bottom. Big D said, I'm going to destroy all of you. And he's doing it right now, but look at this. Here comes Fluffy on the extreme bottom. 4 wide.
Big D said, listen.
Oh!
Big D said, listen, Diesel, his teammate, he said, I pushed you the first 2 stages. He said, I want some reciprocation right now. Push me.
I don't think anyone's paying attention to anything right now because look at all this. You got cars everywhere. Spotters are busy. Busy.
Dude, kind of looking for the lead.
We got 3 wide in the back. We got 3 wide in the front. We got searching right now for the. Here comes Diesel right now going for the lead again. I lost count like 10 toes ago about how many times we've had a lead position change.
In the wall.
3 wide.
Big Destroyer caught the wall and a little bit of contact.
Drifting to the back.
3 wide to the lead.
Celtics fan now into that 3rd spot. Mike RPM looking low. Trying to get that run.
It's wild how you have all these cars bunched up and just a little bit of a wall action could just lose you 15 to 20 spots.
Yep, instantly, right? These cars are moving right now. Let's just hope that he can stay in that draft.
Pulling that thing right back to the front, and he's got another fast car, and Mike RPM pushing him there.
Yeah, but look at all these cars that are still all wadded up right there. I mean, all it's going to take is literally one bump, one little wiggle from one of these front runner cars, and then this entire pack right here is going to be right up on him. So again, no one can make a mistake right now. Everybody has to be up on top of that wheel like no one's business. I guarantee you there isn't one driver right now that does not have white knuckles going down because these guys have to be all over the control of this wheel. being this
I don't
close
know
together.
if you've seen that, Tron, but that was some epic side drafting between Fluffy and Diesel. Diesel on that high side, Fluffy on the bottom. Diesel was side drafting him in the turn, got the run off the turn. Then Fluffy side drafts him on the straightaway and gets him back.
Yep.
And they're just back and forth.
Here he
They just
comes.
can't get separated.
Outside
Here
right
we
now
go.
with Celtics fan giving him an amazing push. You got Titans right there in that Roush Ford. High in the
Little side draft
outside.
again.
51 to John, dropping to the bottom, stacking it up 2 by 2 by 2. Whoa, contact right there toward the back. Here we go. Oh, no. Galen.
The 21.
Oh, 47 to 12. All around.
Marcus in there. The 12 just barely made it through that.
25 laps to go, folks. Oh, man, and we are under caution. You seen that contact right there? That was some crazy stuff.
You are going to see every car pit this time. I guarantee it. Every car. Because from here on out, with 25 laps to go, if this goes on a full green run, you're gonna see these guys have to make one pit stop. So it's gonna look more so like your first or second stage. It's gonna be interesting on strategies what they pull off after this pit stop here.
Let me note on how clean these top drivers' cars are right now. I mean, really doing an awesome job keeping them out of harm's way, trying to keep that aero perfect on them, because aero is critical here, folks. And I don't care what anybody says. If you're going to have a good handling car and a great run, you're going to want that aero. You do not want any kind of issues when it comes to that.
Oh, definitely. And that goes along with the draft that I was telling you about. I mean, the aerodynamics is huge here.
Critical.
And the fact that these guys are racing inches apart from each other, I mean, side drafting and 3 wide, I mean, for the lead, for fourth, for wherever. I mean, it's pretty incredible how clean some of these cars are up towards the front. I mean, it's wild.
Not only that, though, folks, but let's go ahead with this as well. This track literally mirrors LA freeways. Okay, the 405, the 5, the 101. It mirrors them. All right, it's bumpy. All right, you need to put that thing into all-wheel drive. It feels like sometimes. Just to, make yourself around this track. You're going to see these cars jumping and bouncing all over the place while they're getting moved around by all this air at, what was it, over 200 mile an hour? I mean, this is an aggressive track, folks. This is, you really have to be up on the wheel because of how tight these cars run next to each other and how rough this track is. Marley, what do you got?
I'm just so thankful to be watching this amazing racing, and all because of Century 21 helping out Left Turn Broadcasting and
you're right there. Century 21 on board with us. Can't be more stoked with the sponsorship that's been allowing us to do this right here, folks. Bring this all to you live. Again, amazing company all over the world, especially throughout the U.S. Hometown Realty and New Millennium. Century 21 will answer all of your questions and help you buy and sell any kind of properties that you're looking, commercial and residential. All right, here we go, folks. Look, we are lining up. Get ready to drop the hammer on the screen again.
Oh boy, here we go. Let's get it done.
Yeah, hey, you said these cars can all make it from here, but will they?
Oh no, they need to make one more pit stop from here for sure. Yes, one more pit stop, Tron. Right. One more.
So let's see what that's gonna be entailed. And I'll get these guys can keep it green up until
Are you gonna see some guys short pit? Or are you gonna see some guys? Wow!
I see contact. That's what I see right there. That was the third. That was a little scary, is what that was.
These guys can short pit, and then they can run faster laps while they're on the track, or they could stay out and hope that they get some buddies to stay out and they can draft together and still run good laps, and then maybe take 2 tires and get a track position.
Contact, all kinds of contact. Wow. Looked like that was that was the 18 in the center right there. That was that was DK.
Was mowing the lawn.
Yeah, he was in the center, got loose, or got some contact of some sort. Started doing the walk in the center, and it started just taking cars out left and right.
I think he just found out how much sand is in that California.
Yeah. Yeah, if they're playing on the beach, just do that after you get done racing. There we go. So I think we're coming around for caution right now. We're going to look and see right now. Oh, Mike gets him for that second.
Well, I believe that was Diesel that had that one.
Okay. No, Diesel got the first, but I think Mark RPM got the second spot.
Oh yeah, definitely.
From Fluffy.
He almost took the first at the caution.
Yeah, he was on himself a run right there. Okay, under caution again, folks. Now let's see if they can make it. Let's see if he brings up his laps and his tires right now. We might be able to see a little something action getting thrown down. I mean, is it too soon to pit? You want to pit? I mean, oh man. So you're looking at.
I think after I believe 3 or 4 laps on these tires, I think you're going to see all these guys pit because you're talking a difference between at least a half a second on fresh tires versus 4 or 5 lap old tires. You're going to see these guys pit.
Yeah, I mean, I can imagine so because this is the end of the stage. Here we go. Coming in, see if there's going to be fakers and takers out here. Everyone look like they taking. They ain't messing.
All takers.
No one's messing today. 24 laps remaining.
These guys.
Uh-oh. Wow, 22 laps on the tank of fuel, folks. What is this going to do? Could we see possible fuel run strategy towards the end? We're only talking about
if this thing goes green. Ooh, yeah. And that leader, just like at those plate tracks, that leader is going to use up more gas. If you can ride in somebody's draft, you'll be able to save that gas without falling off too bad.
That's
so
a good
it's going to be interesting to see if these guys can pull it off, and I know they can.
Right.
I don't even know how many pro leaguers are in here, Tron. This is crazy.
I think they're all pro, buddy. I guarantee it because, I mean,
that's what I'm saying. Wow. If they're not pro, they're going to be.
Yeah, and that's what it's all about. That's the other thing we're trying to do here, folks. NASCAR Heat 4, again, we can't give them enough of a shout out for creating this awesome, this awesome simulation game and for bringing everybody together like they're doing right here. All these race fans, all these drivers. Who, I mean, really, folks, it does take a lot of talent to get it done on these wheels right here. These are no joke right here. Force feedback. Feel everything in these guys. Pedals, a whole bit. Shifters. Man, they don't mess around. I guarantee it. So when it comes to racing, that's how we get it done. Yeah.
Yes. Whether you have Fanatec, Logitech, Thrustmaster, it does not matter. This is as real as it gets.
Yeah.
And
here in the booth, we got a selection. So you just see which one you want. Which one you want.
When you hop in one of these rigs, I mean, and you just set sail, I mean, you feel like you are in that car.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Especially when you have these cars right next to you. You're doing everything you can to hold on to it. It is. You will white knuckle it. You just grip on so hard by the time you're done, you are physically exhausted. And here we go, folks, because they're about ready to throw down this green. Here we go.
Hey, John, you know what to do.
Let's do it. I already know what you're saying there, buddy. Crank her up. Looks like the patients are getting their thin there, Marley. What do you think? What do you say?
Yeah. Oh, man, I tell you what. Well, Scotty B and Marcus E-Dub were in that one, as well as the 47 of Bags. And I'm telling you, it just seems like Bags is having one of those days. It seems like any time a car wrecks, he finds it. Oh, man. And I know how those days go.
and honestly, I need to say the same for it seems like Scotty B. We see him, start to get up there toward the front, and looks like he's been the recipient of some contact, and that's hurting his efforts as well. So, man, well, let's see what these guys can get done at the end.
These guys will go in the pits. They'll get themselves a little bit of a reset here, and
they know they can make it now, right?
Oh yeah, these guys can all make it now. That's the thing. I figured you'd see all these cars in here. Looks like you had one guy who stayed out.
Uh-oh. I don't... could he possibly be a sitting duck?
You had 2 guys that stayed out, so they're thinking that maybe they can make it with this pace lap here.
Mike RPM and Galen. All right, so we got Mike RPM and Galen sitting out here. They're going to take over point on this thing. Staying out, pulling a strategy run here on this thing. These guys...
I like the Caltron with the track position. However, I mean, if I'm making a 22-lap run here, 24 laps really, because this is how old their tires are going to be at the end, I think I would have took those tires. Yeah. I don't know.
and like you mentioned, track position. We've seen, you know, some of these cars come from the back. Okay, literally come from the back within a matter of a few laps, and all of a sudden they're up here fighting in the front because of this mad track.
We've seen Mike do it 3-4 times. Yep. I mean.
So, I feel you on this one. I think I'm in a complete agreement with you.
Diesel had to do it. Diesel came from the back, and he won the first 2 stages. So, I mean, these guys, this is risky, but it could work out for them. Hopefully, they can hold on to the point there.
I mean, could they possibly be thinking of some more cautions, things of that nature? I mean, we are in the 19 to go, folks. So 19 to go in this race. Again, left turn broadcasting, bringing you Pocono Cup, Pocono Raceway Cup Series, California Dreamin' 400 at Auto Club Speedway. We have 19 coming into 18 laps remaining in this final stage, in this race. These guys have been duking it out all night, and we want to see who's going to become the victor of this thing, because so far we've lost count on how many lead changes we've had. I'm thinking at least over 20 because I've been counting my fingers and my toes, and I lost them. I lost that. Which got.
Yeah, we're definitely past 20. Yeah. I'd say we're probably around 50 lead changes.
Oh man,
this is wild.
It has been extremely wild.
I'm not counting at just the stripe. I'm talking like 3 wide for the lead, about 25 times this race so far. So.
Yep. I mean, run after run, people just they're getting it done today, man. I'm pretty stoked. Few cautions towards the end, got the jitters. You got the patience is wearing. Everyone's starting to fight for the same real estate, so they're all trying to get a little something. And again, we're gonna see who's gonna have that car control and patience at the end to see who's gonna take this thing. We got Mike RPM starting this guy on the outside, so he was him and Galen stayed out, and I believe Mike will be on point here, and he gonna send us green. So here we go, folks. Hopefully we got ourselves up and running. These guys get these tire pressures up, and everybody be good to go. And here we go, green.
There we go. Oh, a great start from Mike.
All right, so we are up and gone right now. Mike starting to get himself a launch, but here comes that 13 of Galen right there with him. That
what a move.
Jermaine Chevy.
Oh, 13 got a little wiggle there.
Oh, and here comes the 2 right there, duck underneath. Diesel right there on it. Oh, he gone right now too, because he got Fluffy right there in suit. You got the 50. Oh, yeah. No, I'm sorry, that's the. Oh, I can't see that quite yet. I think it's the 51 a jaw. Yes, it is.
Yes,
that's the 51 a jaw.
Okay. 51 a jaw. Followed up by Destroyer. Galen on that outside. Celtics on the bottom.
Okay, we're starting to stack him up again, folks. 2 by 2. Here we go, side by each, coming out of 1. We're going into 1, coming out of 2.
You got the 17 of Titans coming up there to play too. They got Jaw looking way down on the inside, trying to make a run.
Dude, they're trying. Look at Fluffy right now. He's trying to get everything on the bottom. Diesel right there to throw the block move on him.
Threw that car down there. That's what you got to do, break that draft.
16 of Fluffy coming up in front of the 43 of Mike RPM. Mike RPM threw the dive move, kind of crossed over underneath him. Meanwhile, you got the 12 car of Big D. He stepped all kinds in the middle of this sandwich. And you got Celtic Spin right there in the 36. And that is your top 5 in a blink of an eye, folks, right there. Then here we go. 51 of Jaw on the inside. You got the 17 of Titan in that Roush 4 starting to make his play into this thing. Oh, we got contact right there.
Hard in the wall. Oh, man. A little contact. It looked like hard in the wall.
It did. A little contact to the nose. Sent him in and up into the wall. That's unfortunate.
Looks like we stay green.
We are still green. He held it green.
One car incident.
Looking for a battle right here. We could possibly have one.
Way up there in the marbles. Trying to get that run off the turn.
Trying to maneuver to our front here, folks. Scotty B with himself a massive run on the outside. Starting to make that backpack catch up a little bit more. Fluffy right there in that second position. All over Diesel in that tube. Oh, man, look at that.
Oh, and you got
17 rounds forward underneath.
Oh, he was looking. Titan's trying to join the party.
He's trying, he's looking. Not enough of a run quite yet on Celtic Span in that 36. Celtic Span in that third spot right there, trying to guard, trying to do everything he can because that Roush Ford, that number 17 of Titans, is right there on him.
He's another one of those guys like we were talking about, Tronic got into a little bit of trouble early, but now he's found his way back to the front, and man, he is showing he's got some speed.
Yeah, he's right
I'm
there.
I'm impressed right now with the 43 car as well, Tron, because he stayed out and looks like he's able to stay with these guys. He's running that 5th position, so.
Copy that. Good, great run for him. Good strategy. Getting him up here in the front with some of this less air moving around, less cars moving around. Here we go. Fluffy going for the, ooh, looks like we possibly have a caution.
Like we are under caution.
Okay. All right, so under caution.
We had a little incident with Workman. I see him playing catch up here.
Okay. So this is going to be a chance for us to get everybody back up together here again. I don't think we have any cars a lap down. Not from what I've been watching when it comes to the race pace of this guy.
This is going to be interesting now. We ran about 5-6 laps here.
Right.
I'm going to see these guys all come to pit road, I'm thinking. But are you going to see anybody take maybe just 2 tires? Certainly no fuel.
Here we go. I don't know. I'm gonna give myself 4 tires. I guarantee it. I mean, all the way through and through. 4 tires, less, give me a little bit of fuel.
If you're somebody like Scotty B, who's stuck there in the back and he keeps getting caught in these accidents, you see him take 2 tires and rise to the top? See if he can hold them off?
That's a good point.
It's going to be interesting.
All right, folks, so we are in pit road now, waiting for these cars to get their servicing done, get those 4 fresh fuel goods, get themselves back out on track. We have 13 laps remaining, folks.
I want to see what my man Workman could do. He's been putting a hurting on these guys in the first few races, always showing up at the end of the race.
Right.
See if he could do a little something of the same. He's also your current points leader.
Oh, yes, he is. That's right. Yeah, he's sitting there with 1 win already as well. So you see, if he can pick himself up another one. Now, Fluffy, he's sitting about mid-pack when it comes to these the points situation right now. So you know he is primed and focused on getting that W at the end of this. I guarantee that, man. He's got himself 1 car to do it. I think he's got his main competition sitting right next to him. But you do have that Celtic Span at number 36. He's had himself one fast car, that Front Row Motorsports. Yo.
We have one heck of a fall-in right now in the live broadcast. I just want to give a shout out to all you guys watching. Woo! Thanks for joining us here at Left Turn Broadcasting.
Hope you have as much fun as we are, dude, because this stuff's awesome. Come on, boys, keep it up. Here we go, folks. We're going to drop the hammer, hopefully one last time, because we are coming up 12 to go into this race. Oh, here we go. Fluffy with an amazing start. He's launching, he's going, but look at this, Diesel right there, trying to do that turbo Diesel thing on the inside, getting himself a great run. Let's think of this guy coming around. He's got help. He's got Mike RPM right there, gives him a great push. Takes the inside, gets that track position. He's going to go try to run away with it, but it ain't going to happen. Here comes Fluffy on the inside with a crossover move. That 16 Wood Brothers Ford taking that lead back. Crossover action.
Pole sitter. He's coming back.
He's trying to prove something today. He getting it done. But watch out. Here comes Celtic Span in that 36 car. On the bottom with that hot rod. Man, here we go.
And here goes Mike making it 3 wide again.
Oh, you know this. You know this. Here it is. 3 wide for 3rd spot. Yep.
Oh,
man.
Contact to the
Are you sure we ain't under a caution lap or something like that? Because they look like it. Because, I mean, there's all right there. That is awesome. Let's try to get back here a little bit. See if we can get in the middle of this. We're on board Diesel. He's always put on a pretty good show throughout this race. He's stuck in traffic.
Way up there.
Let's see. He's got himself fast enough car to do it. No, we got contact. We got cars everywhere. Oh, no. Oh, that was unfortunate right there. Caution's got to be thrown for some crazy like, contact. Man.
We're still green right now.
Coming back around to the start-finish line.
Okay. Oh, you got Mike looking inside, trying to get inside.
Trying to, he does. He's looking for that second position right now. Fluffy has walked away from it.
On the outside in that 18 Toyota, flying through there.
Power move.
Trying to make it stick.
Oh, he didn't lift. What is this? Oh, drag race. Woo. I don't know what position was what. I don't know if Galen got him or not. Mike RPM at the 36 of Celtics fan. Those two were drag racing all kinds, something sick. Fluffy was like, you all do your thing back there, but I appreciate it because I'm going to go ahead and step out. Stepped out and checked out. That's what Fluffy was working on until the caution. Man, this is a great race, folks. A lot of action, a lot of drama.
Man,
unfolding right before you.
What a shame for Diesel in that 2-car. I mean, he was putting a hurting on these guys, taking them first 2 stages, and now he's found himself in that accident. He's going to need to get one of those little resets, if you know what I'm talking about, and see if he can battle it out in a shootout. We're going to be coming up to around 5-6 to go.
I don't know, man. Yeah, I'm looking right now to see what our lap count's going to be because we are coming up into that 5. And that means that we're going to drop this hammer one more time. If we're inside that 5 right now, folks, that's it. That means no more cautions. It's a duke 'em out to the end is what that is, and we got to stay out. Slade stays out. Oh, no.
This is going to be wild.
Wow. Fluffy stayed. Oh, no. Fluffy's in. 7 laps remaining, folks. So they got to get 2 more laps. Well, so 1 more to go. So as long as they get through that, the next lap after we start this race up, it'll be into 5 to go. And that means no more cautions. That means it is what it is. And look what we got out here.
Oh man, you got Slade and Scotty B starting in the first 2 rows.
Amazing.
You got them older tires starting out in front of these fresh tires, and this is going to be interesting how this is going to all bunch up.
I'm going to go on board Slade right now, who will be our race leader. He's going to launch us on the start here, folks. You got Scotty B outside of him. Both of them got some decent cars right here, trying to find that right track position. Hopefully it's going to pay out at the end. Again, we are coming into 6 to go after we take this green, so they're going to have to, do everything they possibly can. That the shovels are out. They're going to have to dig for their life because it's going to be on. You got 5 laps of getting it done. We're probably going to see some of the fastest lap times you will ever see on the, so look on the all-time board today, folks. That's how fast these guys are driving.
J-Mon says there's going to be a lot of hurt feelings in a couple of laps.
Right on, J-Mon.
Noco RCN says bulldozer engaged. Here we go, boys. Let's get it done.
Can they hold it together for 6 more laps, folks?
Here we go.
We are on that green. All kinds green, super green. Last green, hopefully, of the race. 6 to go.
Man,
you
these
got Slade out in front.
They look like Eric Jones at the the crash at Daytona.
Well, I don't know. He looks like a sitting duck here in a minute. Because look at all these cars just... Oh, they got it. Celtics fan. Underneath, you got the 13 of Galen kind of stalled out in the center right there.
Here comes DK Brown.
Yep. Will he be able to hold these guys off? I don't think so, because look at the 36 right now. Massive run. going to the outside, and he's got himself some help right now, folks. Got himself some good help.
Diving that thing in there.
You got
with them
Fluffy in the
tires.
16 on the outside. Whoa! You got, of course, Big D right there in the 18 Gibbs Toyota, giving him one heck of a shove and a push.
Oh my gosh.
And here comes Mike RPM on the outside. Jumps up in front of Fluffy. Fluffy jumping down below him. They're all over the place. Everybody's looking for some kind of real estate. They don't even care if it's theirs.
Yeah. Get it, boys.
Woo! That's it, folks. We are inside that 5 now. If they wreck, it is game over. Game over.
Oh, you got Fluffy sitting there in that catbird seat, right there at the bottom. See if you can pull this off.
We got a massive run right there on the outside. Look like the 18 into the wall a little bit.
Major block action. 43 trying to have a run.
Celtics on point, trying to hold it. He's got him. Oh! Mike
caught the
loose. Trying to hold on to it. He does. Keeps the point in the right direction, but there goes his effort. Look at this. Fluffy right there to the inside. Celtics. Oh,
Celtics has that push from Smoke, though. Smoke's pushing him.
I don't know. I think he might have blocked the wrong guy, though. I think he really wanted to block that 16. Because Fluffy has himself an inside run. He's going to clear him.
Here goes Smoke to the inside.
Smoke right
Can
there.
Can he get a run?
Smoke Z-Mod in the whoop. Bags in the 47. JTD Chevy on the bottom. Look, here comes Big D Destroyer right there in the 18 Gibbs Toyota, also now in the top 5. Will they have anything for Fluffy at the end of this? I don't know, folks. We are coming in to one heap of racing here. What we got for our last laps? We should be winding it down here. 2 to go,
Big
folks.
Move by Celtics to the bottom. Can he pull that draft? Nope. 21 Smoke. He's going to have a great run down the straightaway.
2 to go, and look what's going on behind them. Uh-oh. He stalled out. Stalled out good.
Here he goes looking. He's looking. Is he going to give him the bumper? Can he get there?
On Fluffy right now, coming up to 1 to go, folks. Here it is. This is for the cookies. This is for all the gustos. Well, can they track him? Can they chase him down? And where did Diesel go?
Oh, he's trying to work his way back up there.
Massive run, last lap, folks. Who's got it? Who can hold it? And who's going to take it?
Oh, does anybody have anything for Fluffy?
Oh, we got cars sideways. We're seeing all
got
our
that
leaders
21.
right
He's
now.
going to run. He's looking inside. Here comes Smoke.
Oh! Smoke Z-Mod right there in that 21. Wood Brothers Ford. Going to the drag race. He's going to need help. He's going to need help.
Side draft. Side draft.
We got a little bit of contact.
Drag race to the line.
Oh, no. Drag race.
It's going to be Fluffy.
Oh, my gosh.
Fluffy.
I don't. Fluffy got it, but I don't know who got second. That was epic right there. The 47
man,
and
that was all who Bags decided to go with, and he decided to push Fluffy instead of that 21 car. Man, that was wild.
That was epic, wild. Dude. That was so epic. I couldn't believe that race. That was the way to finish it up right there. Let's go ahead and look at our, again, our top 3 right there. Fluffy getting it done.
Yes, you're right. You're right, Easy. What a finish. Excellent, excellent.
All right, here we go. For first is Fluffy, Bags is second. That would put our 12 car third. Big D, Smoke. Right? Or Smoke, I'm sorry.
Maybe.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, so, Smoke was our third place guy. Gotcha, okay. Titans, looks like he is fourth. Fifth is Celtics fan. Sixth is DK Brown. Seventh, Workman. Eighth was, oh man, missed it. And then, let's see, ninth was Diesel. Finished himself up with some stage wins, so at least he got himself some good points throughout there. Man, what a great race, folks. These guys threw it down something fierce. We're going to wait for our guys to get over here.
Apologies on my part. That 12 car is Big Destroyer. 21 car is Smoke Z-Mod.
Okay, copy that. So we got, man, we did a really good job when it comes down to that finish. So, man, that was, again, pretty epic. I believe that the top 3 was the 47, the 12, right? Getting confirmation. Those guys were side by side right there at the end. So we're gonna wait for them to come on over. We're gonna cast out a little fishing pole action. and seeing what we can get done here. Because that was some really good racing.
That was.
Epic finish there. All right. Give us 1 second here, folks. We're going to go ahead and put this thing in victory circle.
See if we can get these boys over here for some interviews.
Yes, sir. Well, so we're going to put a Wood Brothers car up there because Fluffy was driving himself at 16. I really can't do that then. Bummer. Okay, so anyways, we'll just go over to lights on.
Alright, we got Slade if you want to throw out that fishing poles for us, buddy.
Yes, sir. Slade, there it is. Man, what an amazing race. That was a great run for everybody right there. Pretty stoked.
Good one, Fluff.
Oh, man.
Woo! We are winded, bud. Winded. Fans, I really hope that you guys had yourself one heck of a time because I know we did, man. We're yelling, jumping, screaming in the booth. I mean, this was seriously one epic race being thrown down by Pocono Raceway Cup Series, California Dreaming, 400 at Auto Club Speedway. Again, LTB's home track right there, and they brought it big, folks. Real big, and all this, again, brought to you by Century 21, Hometown Realty, New Millennium. Oh, man, they get it done. So any questions, comments, Karen, hit them up. Let's see, who do we have in here right now?
We got our third place finisher in here. Let's hear it. Let's hear it from Smoke.
Got a copy?
I do.
Okay, copy that. And, I'm sorry, I kind of broke up there for a second. Who do we have, Marley?
We have Smoke Z-Mog, our third place finisher.
Smoke, dude!
Getting that podium.
Z-Mog, dude, you were kicking some butt out there, dude. Great job. Amazing race with all of you guys. We had no expectations of who was going to be where at the end, except for possibly Fluffy or Diesel. But you guys, again, everybody was switching it up everywhere. We lost count of lead changes. Sorry. Yeah, you guys are throwing it down that epic. How was your run, buddy? Give us a rundown.
The race started off pretty good. I was running top 6 to 8 in the first couple stages. Then I had a little ghost incident, so I was in the back for really stage 3. And then when the last caution came out, I was able to go on the outside to get around a couple cars, and I was able to go up to Fluffy and try and make a run in the 3. But cars didn't stick. Congrats to Fluffy on the win and Bags on second. We tied coming to the line, so that was pretty interesting.
That was a good finish, buddy.
Was that really? Was that a tie? Because I mean, we couldn't tell who took what when it comes to it. So
on timing and scoring, we had the same time.
Unbelievable.
Epic. I would expect nothing less when it comes to Pocono Raceway Cup Series, man. A tie for second. Unbelievable. Epic, dude. That's great. Good stuff right there, dude.
Who got second? I'm like, I have no idea, man.
I know. We were like, it's too close to see it, dude. What a great run for you and the Wood Brothers Ford right there, bud. Good team effort there.
We'll try to squeeze both of you guys on that second spot on the podium.
Nah, man, I deserved it. He got the run going to the line and just barely got me. I saw it change from 2 to 3 at the last second, and I was like, oh no.
Yeah, Smoke. I was watching you guys come up to that line, and I was like, man, it depends on who Bags goes with, who's he gonna push, you know, and he decided to stay high, and it just kind of just pushed Fluffy to that win, and it was one heck of a drag race done between you and Bags. It was pretty crazy.
Excellent job. That was a great race all the way through. You guys did a fantastic job. So really great efforts for you hitting that podium and getting that third place spot, bud.
Yeah, great points today.
Thank you, guys.
You got it, bud. Bags, you got a copy?
All right.
I'm here, guys. Jesus.
Oh. I bet, dude.
Bags.
How's your hands, man? I know you white knuckling it, huh?
What a night, man. Dogfight ain't even the word. I mean, back and forth, front to the back, had the lead, old tires, get on the apron, made it back up there. I mean, my God, it was crazy.
Bags, I mentioned during the race how it seemed like any car that got into some kind of an incident or crashed, you found a way to hit it. It was just, everything just fell into your lap. It was one of those races, and you just pulled it off, man. I mean, you were there when it counted. I mean, walk us through it.
That's it, man. Just stuck with it. I mean, there was definitely points throughout that race. I was quite heated, to say the least. But, yeah, man, just kept chipping away and just tried to keep the car clean and make something happen there at the end. Like I said, a few incidents got me up there late. But, man, we had a run, I think, for the win. I kind of was going to shoot back under smoke there and hit the apron, but he started slowing down. Now, if I got under him, we weren't going to have the momentum. But, man, I'm just happy to get back up there. I can't tell you how frustrated I was with 10 to go.
Oh, I bet, dude, I bet. Hey, with that JTG Chevy, man, you put the hammer down in that guy. I've seen you on the inside, outside, wherever it was clear. Even if it wasn't, man, it don't matter. You're just trying to get your nose in there and try to get it going, man. And you did some amazing racing. Again, you guys were stacked 2 by 2 all the way back, and then three wide, then 4 wide. I think we've seen a 5 wide there at one moment. I mean, everybody holding, doing a fantastic job. We actually, there was so much going on. We both just like, I probably just stood there and looked at each other like, I don't know what to do, man. There was just so much action at once. We were like, they're going. Oh, man, you guys did such a great job, and what a great run for you, bud.
Well, fellas, we had to make up for last week's showing, to say the least. That's more of what we should put on every week.
Yeah, oh, man, that was epic stuff right there, through and through. And, of course, at LTB's, home track right there, one of my personal favorites. Man, you guys did it justice. Really good job right there.
Yeah, man, thanks for broadcasting tonight, guys. Take it easy.
Oh, pleasure. Pleasure was ours.
Fluffy, good win, buddy.
Thank you, buddy.
All right, and speaking of the man right there himself, Fluffy in that 16, Wood Brothers Ford, had himself one amazing hot rod throughout this entire race, put this thing on pole, and then comes back to win it. Not by any easy way, shape, or form. We're talking over 25 plus lead changes and him digging his way throughout this race. Man, Fluffy. Yeah, I don't even know where to start, bud. So we're just going to give it to you. Give us a rundown of your race, bud.
Man, it was definitely crazy there. That entire race, man, it was wild. Stage 1, it was kind of me and Diesel. We were trying to get up to max boost there with about 5 to go, and then we got to him just in the nick of time. Couldn't quite get to max for second, so we got third. Stage 2, man, stage 2 got hectic a little bit, but I don't think it didn't start getting hectic until about 5 to go. And, that's where I kind of put myself in a position. I was on the outside. I started on the outside in the Ford. And literally I knew I was kind of screwed at that point. And I was like, man, I'm going to, try to get to the bottom. Because, that inside line is going to just, fall right on this restart. So going into 3, I found a lane. Went with the lane. And then, I just started making my moves, and about that time around, like 2 to go, Z-Mog and Bags, they were hauling, and I just had to fight it. And then on that last lap, saw Z-Mog, he had one hell of a run off too.
Oh yeah.
And when we were going on back stretch there, and I was trying to break the momentum on the back stretch, and Z-Mog went forward on the inside. I went forward on the outside. I literally was, I was sideways in the middle of the corner. And, we definitely gathered it back up coming off 4, and that was our race, man. And it's awesome because, last week we kind of had some, just bad finishes there. At Atlanta and Daytona, so this definitely makes up for the past 2 races.
Oh, copy that. You guys did yourselves, again, a Top Gun job out there when it comes down to that driving and putting on the show that you guys did. There wasn't a lot of that let's line up in a, in the safety line and, let's snake around the track. You boys were throwing it down side by each the entire race pretty much. We're talking 3 wide, 4 wide. I mean, and everybody was running whatever lines they can get their hands on. So you didn't see a lot of drivers trying to stick to just one bottom. If you guys had to go high, you had to go high. If you had to go bottom, you had to go bottom. If you needed the center, we'll take the center. Whatever. I mean, that was just again show that the show of talent out there was impressive. So great, hats off, and honestly, hands up to you guys when it comes to throwing down an epic show today.
Yeah.
Yep. Thank you
Mucka,
so much.
Mucka, what do you got for him?
Excellent job going P1 to P1.
Marty.
And I mean, explain to our eNASCAR fans here how strong that draft is, because you had a dominant car. You had a car that could just lead this thing, but the draft is so strong. It was like every other lap you were battling a different car for the lead. Explain to these guys how strong this draft is here at Auto Club.
The draft is really strong here, honestly. It's just, it's about where you're at, honestly. And, you know, you could be in the mid-pack for maybe a couple laps, and then, you know, you'll go from 10th to 4th in a matter of 2 laps. And that's just how strong this draft is. You know, you could start in the rear and, you know, end up with yourself with the top 5 if you got the right car to do it with. So the draft is very strong here at Auto Club. You know, I knew that, you know, going into this race tonight, that was going to be the main key, was this draft. So, you know, the package, it's so different. So, I knew going into the race tonight it was going to be a different atmosphere, you know, not me pulling away or Diesel or Mike or any of them guys. You know, it was just all going to be close quarters because of the draft. So, you know, definitely different with the draft package at Auto Club. It's very strong.
You did an excellent job.
Yeah, it created, like I said, a very exciting race due to the nature of the Talladega runs, to some of your aggressive, you know, fan 3 wide, you know, maneuvers through each turns, you know, all the way from 3 to 4, you know, from 1 to 2. You guys were spreading and finding those different lines and runs, and then you'd get side by side, doing those inside runs, outside runs. Again, impressive work being thrown down at Auto Club. So again, very stoked for you guys today. Excellent run. I hope all of our fans really enjoyed it. I'm a little hoarse in the voice. That's how much fun we had in the booth today. All right, I mean, it's like, that was just great stuff, man. And that's what we look for. That's what I'm sure all of our fans are thanking you guys for that show today. So, man, what an amazing run for all of you guys today, especially for you there, Fluffy, in Wood Brothers 21 Ford.
Thank you guys so much. Y'all did a hell of a broadcast tonight.
Oh, thank you, sir. Man, we just hope to bring out the best we can when it comes to your guys' talent. So, man, you guys did one heck of a job. Super proud of everybody today.
Thank you, man. Thank you, guys.
You got it, buddy. Good job. Good win. All right, Slade, you got a copy?
We don't have Slade in here right now, John.
Okay.
But,
all right. Well, folks, that's going to round us out for Left Turn Broadcasting. Again, this was Pocono Raceway Cup Series, the California Dreaming 400 at Auto Club Speedway, Left Turn Broadcasting's home track style thing. California, you can't go wrong. These guys threw it down in a really huge way. If you missed it, go back and watch it. You know, you probably don't want to watch it again. I know I am. And all of this, thankfully, is brought to you by Century 21. Again, the New Millennium and Home Realty. These guys will take care of you throughout the entire world, especially U.S. And again, for all your buying and selling, please look them up. They'll give you all kinds of different insights on what you may be looking for. But Marley, you got a copy, buddy?
I got you, brother. I'm glad you could hear me.
Yeah, I don't know, man. For some reason, I was getting some static, and I can barely hear you in the beginning. And I'm like, no, dude, I hope you weren't missing this race.
I'm like, Tron, turn up your volume.
Yeah. Funny thing, too, is I had to hit it. And all of a sudden,
our viewers were commenting about it a little bit. They had a laugh.
Oh, good.
It was good, but I just kept trying to broadcast even though you couldn't hear me.
Yeah,
but hey, it was an epic showdown. I'm just glad to be able to, you know, have a part of this, watch this, and I mean, oh man, we still got some viewers watching here. I mean, definitely sign up, get yourself all situated to join this Saturday night heats that we got going on Thursday or on Saturday night, and we're looking at about a 9:30 start time, and we're gonna do the Talladega. We're gonna do 3 8-lap heats, and all the fans on Left Turn Broadcasting are gonna choose a winner on which race they like the best, and then the top 3 cars in there are going to win cash money.
Oh, yeah.
So definitely. And what's the best part, Tron? Who's going to be in the booth with us?
Oh, we're gonna lose, man. Mr. Lose himself is gonna be up in his booth, so he's gonna be calling the race with us. Think how crazy those shenanigans are gonna be right off the bat. So again,
I
folks,
guarantee you,
we're
he's
coming
gonna
up
be
with all
looking forward
kinds
to
of
seeing
stuff.
these guys wreck.
Oh yeah, so I guarantee you. But I'm looking forward to seeing them race. But anyways, folks, when it comes down to it,
of course.
Pocono Raceway Cup Series, again, throwing it down every Tuesday night. So make sure you guys are tuning in on board with us right here, because you've seen what these guys can get done, and that was some pretty epic style racing right there. So we got their Xfinity on Monday, we got their Cup on Tuesday, we got Xfinity for front row. We got races throughout the week, folks. Just keep tuning in, all right?
We had a viewer that actually just hit us up right now and reminded us that about the NASCAR All-Star race on Friday night, and we're doing a cash giveaway brought to us by Century 21.
Yep. The All-Star race for them, we'll be giving the cash away for to our subscribers. So one of the you lucky subscribers will be getting some money from us. Yes, come Friday. So, all right, folks. So, anyways, we're not going to take up too much more of your time. Appreciate everybody coming out and watching this whole endeavor today. What an amazing race put on by Pocono Raceway Cup Series. You know, again, at the California Dreaming 400 at Auto Club Speedway. These guys did a great job. Fantastic work. But until next time, folks, keep it pointed in the right direction. Keep it safe and keep fun out there, man. Keep have some good fun. All right, that's what we're all about. Marley, we're out of here. What do you say, bud?
Way out.
All right, we'll see you later.
Have a good one, guys. Thanks for watching.
And subscribe.
Oh, yeah, subscribe.